Hello everyone and welcome to YThrive Home on YouTube. My name is Colin, I'll be your instructor today. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and you can click the bell to get more notifications so you can see more content like this. So this video today is going to be geared towards the older adult population, and it's going to be balance and hip stability. If you haven't already, I encourage you to go see my 15-minute intro video, which will give you a proper warm-up for the full body and get you ready for this video. If you don't have time for that, totally fine. You just need to do some sort of a warm-up, some sort of marching on the spot, go for a walk around the block. But we do want to make sure that we've warmed the body up before we do any other physical activity. So we're going to start with balance. Balance for me goes hand in hand with the hip stability and helps with fall prevention. So the stronger our hips are and the better our balance systems are, the less likely we are to fall when we have just a little bit of a slip or stumble. So we're going to start with a 1-foot balance. The industry standard for a 1-foot balance is 45 seconds. So that's what I'm going to run the clock for today. You just balance on that 1 foot as long as you can. Now, if you can, hands on the hips to really test that balance, but always set yourself up for safety and make sure you either have a chair by you, or another thing you can do is do this in a corner of a wall. So if you do lose your balance, you can kind of just lean into that wall to catch yourself. So we're going to start by lifting the right leg and standing on the left. All right? Here we go. 3, 2, and up. So some important notes here: core engagement, so pulling that belly button in towards your spine, helps secure that spine nice and straight, make it less wobbly. The other thing is, if you struggle with balance, just find a spot on the floor so that you're looking at a still spot. Now if you're used to balance and you want to challenge it, look up and look around. Any movements with the head and eyes will challenge the balance systems. Breathe into it. You're doing great. You got about 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and relax. Shake that foot off. So you might notice a little bit of work in the hip and in the ankle as well. So not only are we getting balance, we're also getting a little bit of work for that glute med up top. So that's the stability muscle in the hip, and then the peroneals on the outside of the ankle. So it helps with ankle stability. All right, we're going to switch sides now. So we're going to lift the left, and we're going to stand on the right. Remember, secure that core up nice and tall. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and up. Again, use your chair if you need it, but only if you need it. Even if there's some wobble, that's okay. Just try to maintain, even if it's in the hips, just try to maintain. Hovering over your support also helps with those balance systems. Kind of gives your brain some security. Just knows that it can grab that chair if it needs it. Does usually help you maintain this balance. Almost there, 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and shake it off. Good stuff. All right. So I'm going to put the timer away for a second. Feel free to grab some water. So now what we're going to do, especially for anyone that struggled with maintaining that 1-foot balance and was holding the chair the whole time, which is totally fine. But what we're going to do is, we're going to do what's called a tandem stance. So that's a heel to toe stance. Think tandem bicycle. So heel to toe stance, and I want you to just take a second once you're in this position and just feel where that wobble is. Is it just in the ankle? Is it in the hips? All of that's okay. Maintain. But if you have to step to the side to catch your balance, what I want you to do is what's called a modified tandem. So you would just take that tandem stance, give it some space forward, and then just a little bit out to the side. So this angle, just one step forward, and then a little bit out to the side. Anytime we widen our base of support, it's going to give us more stability when we balance. And remember your chair's there if you need it. So when we do this tandem stance, what we're challenging is what's called our proprioception. So this is our body's awareness in space. So anytime you narrow that base of support, you challenge that system. The other two systems we have is visual, so that's our eyes, and that helps us balance a lot. And then the equilibrium in our ear is called our vestibular system. So anytime you move your head around, your vestibular system is being challenged and has to work a little bit harder to keep you balanced. So what I want us to try is just close both eyes and just feel that wobble. Feel how important that visual system is. Remember, your chair's here if you need it. Don't ever forget about the chair. All right, and then open your eyes. So quite a difference when we get rid of that visual system. Now, at any point when we go through these, if you start to feel dizzy, please stop. So we're going to break those systems up even further, and we want to stay in this tandem stance. You're going to put your thumb out in front of you, and then I want you to follow your thumb with your head and your eyes. So we're really challenging all the systems together. And then go up and down. Up and down, we don't do as often as side to side, so you might find this a little more challenging. And then diagonal. So this one we very rarely do, and this usually people find quite challenging. Remember, your chair's there if you need it. All right, great. At any time if you need to, you can pause the video, grab some water, collect yourself, and then start again. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have our thumb out in front of us. We're going to keep our head still, and we're going to follow our thumb with just our eyes. So it's just the eyes following our thumb, our head still. And that can be hard to do, so if you need to, just kind of hold your chin a little bit. Up and down, just the eyes, and then diagonal. All right, take a break, good job. Some of us find that more difficult, some of us will find it more difficult when we move everything together. Then the last one we're going to do here for our balance systems is we're going to have our thumb out in front of us, the thumb and arm stay still, our eyes stay locked to our thumb, and we're just moving our head side to side. Got to really stare at that thumb. Up and down, and only moving at the neck if you don't have any issues with the cervical spine, so that's the spine and the neck. Diagonal. Especially if you have osteoporosis, you need to be really careful with this activity. And break. Great job. So that can be done anytime, any day. You can do it every day if you'd like. You don't have to keep your arm up like this. You can have it down. You just want to play around with those systems. And I do encourage doing some sort of balance exercise daily. So the other component to fall prevention is hip stability. And there are other factors as well, but for me, hip stability and balance are the big ones. So we're going to do what's called leg abduction or hip abduction. What that means is just pulling away from your midline. So what you're going to do to start, up nice and tall, you're going to bring your left toe to your right heel, and then you're just going to lift that hip out to the side. Okay? We're going to go again for 2, 3, 4, 5, going for 10 here, 6, 7, keep that belly button to spine, 8, 9, and 10. Good stuff. All right, so I'm just going to move my chair. You do not have to, just so you can see the other side. Up nice and tall. Bring that right toe to your left heel now, and then out to the side for 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can challenge the balance. 5, 6, pelvis still. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Okay, so the other version of this that you can do, and you can do it with weight. So if you have a dumbbell, very light dumbbell, great. You can use a water bottle, you can use anything for resistance, or do this with no weight at all. So same idea with the hip, but we're going to add shoulder abduction. So that's doing the same movement, but at the shoulder. Not only is this going to give us a little bit of work for that medial delt, so that is one of the muscles in the shoulder, but this is really good for body coordination, so that neuromuscular control. So same idea, we'll start back with the left toe, goes to the right heel, and now I want you to have your thumb facing out to the side, shoulder blades back in towards your spine. You're going to come out and lift both the hip and the shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, don't forget about that core, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. All right. The other side. Now we're going to take our right toe to our left heel. Same thing. Shoulders back, thumb out. Coming up for 1, 2, 3, 4. No higher than shoulder height. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, great job. All right, you can have a seat in the chair, and we're just going to do a quick stretch for the hips. Now, I want you to take a day, see how you feel tomorrow, and you can always add more sets to that, but doing 2 sets for the hip to start is a great starting point. All right? So we're going to try to stretch the hip with what's called a figure 4 stretch. I do want you to be careful of your knee, and everyone's flexibility is different, so this isn't going to look the same for everyone. But what you're going to do is straighten out both legs, take your right ankle, put it across your left, and try to slide that foot up to the top of your right knee, flatten out that right foot. Chest up nice and tall. Now if you're leaning back and you feel this stretch in that upper glute that we were just working, great. Leave it there, breathe into it. We want tension, not pain. But if you don't quite feel that, chest up tall, and then you just lean forward until you do. But always leaning forward at the hip and not rounding at the spine. So we don't want to be hunched over. Up nice and tall, leaning forward. All right? And as long as nothing goes tingly or numb, you can hold this for 90 seconds, even longer if you'd like. But 30 seconds is okay, 60 seconds is a good middle ground. Just want to breathe into it. And relax. Okay, so the left ankle, put it across the right, slide it up. Now if you don't quite get it there, even if it's just below the knee and you can lean forward a little bit, you just want to feel a little stretch in that upper glute, into that hip. Breathe into it. Again, don't do anything that hurts. We'll hold for another 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right. So that's today's video. Thank you for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe to this channel so you can get more content. Really important that we do some sort of daily activity, and we are always here to support our community. My name is Colin, This has been YThrive Home. Remember, be safe and take care of each other.